to another episode of Outcasts to Icons, and as always guys, if you are enjoying the series, please do drop a like on the video. Now I am still ill, so just bear in mind that. Now, in our last episode, where did we get to? Where did we get to in our last episode? Of course, we beat Augsburg by 3-1, and that was a solid performance for me, and I was a little bit I thought we were a bit unfortunate to even concede in that match, but it happened and we must move on. It was a good result for us, you know, considering I think we got beat 3-0 by Augsburg last year. Admittedly, that was away from home, so it's slightly different. And yeah, we basically just tried to continue our fantastic start to the year. We've got goals in this, and that's what I would say. This month we've not been quite as tight at the back. We've had some interesting matches. We actually had an almost identical performance to the one against which was really strange. Now, actually, before we get into that, I've had a couple more crashes, and like a few people have pointed out in the comments, I think it might just be because I've got so many leagues on and the database is so large. So thankfully I've not lost any games yet, which has been good. The crashes have all kind of come, like, I've lost a few days here and there, but because of the way that it's saving weekly automatically now, it does seem to be at least protecting me. I'm sure I'll lose one eventually, but the point is, so far we've managed to get pretty lucky. I've had 2 more crash dumps, which is a shame, but there's not much you can really do about it. Other thing is, a couple of people in the comments were asking me why I hadn't loaned anybody. The simple reason is because I've yet to find a single player that will actually let me offer them for a loan. I don't know what it is, but if I go into my scouting thing and look on all known players, there's 20,000 players there. If I go for realistic loans or realistic fee play loans, there is nothing at all. There is no players come up, and like, for example, when I look at my scouting reports for players they're bringing me in, not a single one does it will not let me offer anybody loans, so I don't quite know why that is. As for finding a senior affiliate, the board won't let me. They think the club's too big, and because we're Hertha Berlin, the reputation is still quite high, and it means that they don't want to have a senior affiliate, which is a pain in the arse. So we're going to have to do the best with what we got, and frankly, I think we're actually doing quite well. Considering we're down to our bare bones, the team are playing for each other, our squad harmony is through the roof for once. Everybody's playing for me because we've got a really small squad, a tight-knit individuals, and I really think we've got a great chance at actually getting ourselves up this year, and that would solve our money problems, because at the moment we're about $1.5 million in the hole, basically, and that's only going to get worse as the season goes on. So I really think that we have to, we need to keep this form up for the entire season. Obviously there's going to be little dips, that's just as to be expected, but point is, I think we pretty much have to go up this year to have any chance at rescuing our financial situation. That's the basic deal. And then we can start moving things on a little bit for now, basically. So that's how we're doing at the moment. That means we can sort of get scouting, and next year, you know, in the summer, we can go out and we might actually be able to buy some players properly. I can do what I like to do with that kind of stuff. So let's get into the games we've had this month. We've been pretty damn good. There's been a couple of weird performances, and you'll know exactly what that one is in a minute. But we continued our winning run against Dynamo Dresden, away from home as well. And they started off poor, but they have improved quite considerably this month. In fact, they actually beat Mainz. I think it was Mainz. Oh no, it was 1860, who are like our closest rivals beneath us, 4-0, which was a huge result for them. Now, we took the lead through our hero of the hour lately, Gyoko Todorovsky, from a penalty spot, admittedly, of 15 minutes, and I was pretty happy with that. But Thorsten Klotz got one back for them, and I figured, well, a draw away from home here isn't such a bad result. Enter Ryan Jacko, and it is Jacko apparently. Now, you know, I always say that I always appreciate help with pronunciation, and I have made it very clear in the past that I'm always up for that. I'm doing my best, is all I can say. So it is Ryan Jacko, with a J. I think the reason I've been saying Jacko was basically because we spent so long in Serbia on my Serbian save that we, you know, all the Serbian J's are all y sounds, and obviously in Scandinavia is a lot of similar kind of things. So anyway, Ryan Jacko, what a player he seems to be. He's been fantastic this month. This month has been all about him. You know, he scored twice against Augsburg to get his first league goal for us, I think. And in this game, popped up with a hat-trick in the second half to really just put the nail in the coffin. We were 3-1 up, and then Sebastian Polter got one back for them. And Jacko, wow, 81 minutes, just completed his hat-trick. 5 goals in 2 matches for the kid, and I am very happy. Someone said we could actually train him as a shadow striker, and I fully agree with you, but if we train him as a shadow striker, we don't actually have a striker. It's something to look at potentially in the future, but the fact is, look how well he's playing as a striker, so I'm quite happy with him playing where he is at the moment, I must say. So that was a great performance, and it kept the winning run going, which was always nice to see. Next up, we had Frankfurt at home. Frankfurt are struggling a little bit. We just needed a solid performance out of this one, and we got it, really. Weissenberger scored after just 2 minutes. Then he did have to go off from a corner. It was great, though. And then who else but Ryan Jacko again. 23 minutes, grabbing our second, and well, we weren't that good in this one. As you can see, Frankfurt had a lot of shots, but they were very poor at actually getting them on target and had quite a few long shots. So a good clean sheet there after a couple of games of not a couple of games of conceding goals. It was nice to get a good old clean sheet. So another performance there, another win, but Mainz were keeping well and truly up with us. I think at that point they'd actually won every single game. It was crazy. Next up we came against Osnabrück, and my god, this was one of those games again that I wish it would have been a live com, because it was eventful. Now, the first action of the game, basically, the first highlight that I saw was Todorowski getting sent off after just 18 minutes here. Oh, it was a silly, silly tackle from him, and he did miss a game, but he's only got a one-match ban, surprising actually, considering it was a straight red, but what can you do? But then, literally 8 minutes later, Ryan Jacko again scoring for us and making it 1-0 away from him, and they were 10th in the league at the time, so to get something here would have been a really solid performance for us. But then, within the space of 2 minutes there, Hendrik Zuck and Rainer Kreis made it 2-1 to Osnabrück, and from that point on I felt that we really were going to be under huge pressure. But after half-time, Bartosz Kapuszka, with 3 minutes before the hour mark, made it 2-2. And I figured if we could get ourselves a draw here, it's certainly not a bad result with 10 men. But unfortunately, well, I say unfortunately, fortunately for us, Ryan Jacko had other ideas as he grabbed himself another goal. I think that was his 8th goal of the season, or something like that, in his last, 4 matches, or something absurd. He's just in insane form, making it 3-2, but we just couldn't quite hold out basically, and Hendrik Zuck grabbed a late equaliser for Osnabrück, and I think they deserved the equaliser really. We just weren't good enough, but we took our chances, and that's something that's really pleasant to see. I'm surprised that, because we generally don't do that. Generally we require a lot of shots to get goals, but in this game we were very clinical, and we were needed to be really, given the situation that presented itself. Finally this month, we wrapped things up with another very, very solid win, a little bit like the one we had against Hansda in the last month. And Hertha, wow. I mean, Breno with the penno on 22 minutes gave us the lead, obviously because Todorowski was out, suspended, and the game didn't really progress much from then. And it took until Michael Heffley was sent off on the 58th minute, and after that, I don't know what Bochum did. Obviously, because they were losing, they decided to try and push at us, and that was a huge mistake, because we caught them on the break 3 times in a row. First, Ryan Jacko, and you've seen what this lad can do on the break. He did almost an identical goal to that one, where he just took it out wide, cut inside, and then just smashed it in the far corner for 2-0. Then, Christopher Kraus, same kind of situation, but instead of this time it was pulled back to him, I think by Petr Bojic, to the edge of the area, and Kraus just smashes it low and hard for 3-0. And then, well, I don't think the last one was more counter-attack. It was a good ball in, and Jacko actually rose and got a good header in, which is great to see. And 4-0 to Hertha, and another brace for Ryan Jacko. I was flabbergasted, really, by how well he's done this month. And that leaves the league looking like this. Now, we're top, but only by a point. We're top but level on points with Mainz and 1 point ahead of 1860. Now you might notice though that we've got a game in hand on Mainz and in 1860, but also we have ourselves 2 games in hand on Fürth and Karlsruhe. So that's important, because it might look a little bit tight, but we've got some games in hand, and that's crucial. We're the only unbeaten team in this league as well. Now the reason we've got games in hand I'm not entirely sure on. We were supposed to have a Mainz game before this match that we were doing today's live com, but it got rescheduled, and it's now in midweek between now and the Fürth game. So the next 2 matches after this are going to be absolutely crucial for us. If we can win both of those, admittedly it is away at both Mainz and Fürth, so I think that's going to be tough for us to get through. But as you can see, Ryan Jacko now is top scorer in the league with 10 league goals. Montero now has the most assists, and Jacko is right up there with his average rating through the roof as well. And Thomas Kraft has the joint most clean sheets too, so I'm just ecstatic with the way that Ryan Jacko is playing now. He looks like a real talent for us this year. So there we go. Also, someone said they wanted to see the Premier League. I don't normally do this, but I'm going to show you it quickly, just because we've got a second here, and I don't want to keep doing this because it just takes up time in episodes and it's needless. But here we go. Arsenal currently top. Crystal Palace, Wigan and Sunderland down in the relegation zone. I'll quickly show you that the previous winners, so you've had United, Chelsea, Arsenal, Chelsea, United. That's basically the long and short of it. No real big surprises. There's Derby, Burnley there, Wigan are back. So yeah, there you go, guys. Right, let's take a quick look at the squad before we get into today's game. Top scorer, of course, is Jacko now with 12 goals in 10 starts. That's actually fantastic. Mayer's got himself 6-2, which is fantastic. Todorowski and Ackman, although I think that might be for the reserves, because I don't recall him ever actually playing for us. Have I got the... Yeah, okay, sorry about that. That's better. Assists-wise, Jacko, Kraus, Montero with 5 apiece. Man of the match, Jacko with 4. Average rating, That's 8.45. He's phenomenal. Aerial challenges, Julien with 36 key passes, 26 for Montero. Key tackles, 4 for Julien. And interceptions, 129. I can't believe that only 4 key tackles have had to be made in the first 10 games. And of course, value is Breno, Jacko, and Todorovsky and such. So that's good, kind of good. Right, let's get into today's game. Oh, by the way, I also fixed that weird issue where I was getting struggle, where it wouldn't do a quick pick for the team. I figured out what it was. Don't really know why there was an issue, but basically, I'd hit quick pick like that, and it would tell me that my assistant would say that there was basically no players available, even though we had a full strength team. So I looked at my team selection guidelines, and they were all normal. So what I had to do in the end was clear them, even though there was nothing wrong with them. And then it seemed to work after that. I don't quite know what was going on, but it seemed to work. So that's the main thing on that one. So the only slight issue we've got at the moment is that Alexander Ring is out injured, and that is a bit of a shame. But there's not really a lot we can do about that at the moment. Hang on, surely we can field a full bet. Why have you not? What? Why have you not put a... What? Why did he only pick... That's weird. Is anyone... okay. That's really strange. I guess it's maybe because he didn't want to... No, actually, that makes no sense at all. We're looking fairly solid, though. The only sort of... Boyic there and Kraus, I don't know. Their star rating seems to have changed a bit lately, which is a bit of a shame. Jacko's has gone right up, though. Kapushka's looking solid, and Vucicevic just looks like he's going to be one for the future for us, so that's great. Let's do this. I'm confident. You know, we've been solid at home. We've been great in the live comps we've played in this save so far. I think we've only lost one, and that was that weird one against Greuterfurt last time. Not last time out, you know what I mean. Wow, they're 9-1 again. Well, they've actually struggled so far, Dusseldorf. A win today for us, though, is absolutely essential. I don't know who that is, as usual. They always ask me about players who I have no idea who they are. This striker, though, he's amazing. Look at this lad. I really want him. I might think about getting him in if we get promoted or something, because he was one of the ones that came off my scout reports, and I really like him. He looks really, really good. Anyway, let's get into this a little bit. Whoa, hang on. Yeah, we'll have Ante Kovic. That's better. Don't know why it was asking me for him. Right, here we go. I feel like this should be a win for us, but you just never know what's going to happen. We've had some really solid performances at home lately, and this should just be in addition to that. The form we're in at the moment, hopefully we can carry that on. I've been praising the players for good performances as well. They all really like me at the moment, which is fantastic. We've actually got good squad harmony for once, and not just good, excellent squad harmony. They are playing as a unit, and they really are playing for each other, and that is so pleasant to see. It really is. Oh, what a chance that was. It's just a refreshing sight in this save, really, is to have a squad of tight-knit bunch of players that really do want to play for each other and do well, and I feel like we're building that at the moment, and I don't want to upset the apple cart at the moment. They're, from a really, really threadbare team, basically, we're achieving incredible things at the moment, and we've had to play a lot of youth players coming in because of the injuries, and the fact is they've performed exceptionally. Dennis Rudolph's played a few games at centre-back for us. We've had to play several players out on the right due to the injuries to Alexander Ring and Bojic sometimes at the same time. We've not exactly been fantastic in this game so far, I have to say, though. That's a bit not like it. Pass completion is solid, possession is good, but we've not created anything worth noting yet. Kapushka, oh, great. Gonna have to get him off here for... I'll tell you what, I'll bring on Radziewski, because... let's face it, he's actually not a bad player. He looks like he's got quite a good dribble on him, so maybe he can run at them a little bit. I would like, even if we have to win this game 1-0, I'd take it and just be solid at the back. They've actually, to be fair, it looks like they've done a lot, but they've actually had 6 long shots out of their 7 shots, so I'm not actually that worried about that for now, unless they smash from the top corner from one of their long shots, of course. But I would like to see us a little bit more. I might just tell them to push forward a little bit. It's a little bit, I don't know. They look a little bit lackadaisical today. Not lackadaisical. They look a little bit lethargic. It's not quite what I want to see from them. I'd rather have them sort of be a little bit more... Here we go. Maybe we just need a set-piece goal or something. Kraus to the edge of the area. Can he slip it through? He can. Radziewski takes it across. Blocked. Jacko inside. Great goal from Ryan Jacko. It is 1-0 to Hertha Berlin. And who else but Ryan Jacko with his 11th league goal in 10 league appearances. That's bloody brilliant. 13 in all competitions for the lad. I'm... starting to think he was a better signing than I thought. Like, I brought him in because I thought he might be able to develop for us, or at least just hold the finances, but he looks like he might be a little bit better than that. Like, he might just have a little bit more about him, the composure in this sort of area of the pitch, to not just look at that for a finish from the lad. He has got some potential. Maybe he's better than we thought he was. That's fantastic though. 1-0 to Hertha, and that would send us 3 points clear at the top. With some games in hand, Montero's got a man over, Vucicevic cutting inside, and it's a penalty as well now. A chance to really put some distance between us and them now, and that would give us a 3-point gap over Mainz, which is good, as well as a 4-point gap over 1860. 6 clear of 4th though, which is really important. Firth in 4th, and potentially could make that 9, although because we've got a game against Fürth at the weekend, it could even be as far as 12 by then. And there you go, Gyoko Todorovsky smashing in another goal for his campaign. I can't remember he's on now. I think he's under 6 now, which is not bad. He looks like he could be a bit of a hero for us. I'm liking him. He's a great dead ball specialist. Admittedly, penalties don't really count in that kind of bracket, but we still need someone to put them in the back of the net. And Breno's done all right when he's not been playing, but it's better to have him in the team. I was getting a little bit worried in that first half about us, but we do really seem to have stepped it up in this second half now. I wonder if we've got a couple more in us. That would actually be a little bit unfair, but it does, to me, demonstrate that once we get ourselves in front, if anything, we're actually more dangerous once we're already in the lead. Bojic off the crossbar, because then teams actually have to try and come at us a little bit, and it just opens up more gaps. That seems to be the way the system works, basically. You know, once we get ourselves in front, we very rarely surrender leads. It's happened a few times, but mainly because we've had players sent off and stuff. So, yeah, once we're in front, we do seem to be pretty damn difficult to get past, and usually get a few more goals. Kraus round the side for Vucicevic. Good save again by Rensching. Not bad at all. I'm fairly happy with that. Wow, is this play just never going to end? There we go. Let's make some substitutions in a minute. Maybe, I don't know, I wouldn't make a double one, actually. I've been trying to hold off because we have been getting a few injuries lately. In fact, I've had a few games where I've only made... No, I haven't made one. I've made 2 subs in every game. I never usually make 1 sub. That would be a bit harsh. But usually I leave one. Right. Where are we looking here? With 2 goals to the good, I'm going to bring Dennis Rudolph on to replace Weissenberger for a little bit, because he does need some game time, and I'd like to give him some of that game time. And as you can see, the bench is mostly full of sort of youngsters. What other options have we got? We're lacking... yeah, no, Jacko's done okay up front. Malte Richter, perhaps? Right. Yeah, actually, I'm thinking that might be wise, just because Todorovsky is on a yellow card, and I'd rather, because he's clearly going to be decent at defending, the defending side of the midfield. I know I've made the 3 subs now, but I just felt that we needed to strengthen that up. Don't want to get Todorovsky sent off. We're 2 goals to the good here, and dominating the match, so I don't want to risk players that we don't want to. Here we go. Montero takes it short. Radzewski. Rudolph there, and it's 3-0 to Hertha. Dennis Rudolph, the youngster who looks like he has a bright future ahead, makes it 3-0 to Hertha. Look at our goal difference after 10 matches. That's mental. We're averaging around about 3 goals a game, which is just insane. I'm genuinely not sure how this is working. I mean, it has to be down to the tactic as well. This tactic just seems to be able to make average teams play incredibly well. Jacko now with the header flicking it on. Yeah, 11 of Dusseldorf's 14 shots have all been from long range, and we've once again been absolutely fantastic. Hertha 3, Dusseldorf 0. I tell you what, guys, I feel like if we carry on playing like this and getting the same kind of level of performances out for the rest of the season, then I really fail to see how we won't get promoted. 34 goals scored in our first 10 matches. At this rate, we'd be looking at like 100 league goals, and perhaps Jacko could get himself like 30 odd of those at the moment. He's been phenomenal. Yeah, we don't have the best defence in the league anymore, but look at that. We've scored 20 times, not 20 times, that would be a bit ridiculous. 20 goals more than Hertha. Though the next, not Hertha, than Mainz. The next 2 games, though, are crucial. Away at Mainz and away at Greuther Fürth. That's going to be just vital for us. So, we'll have to just see how we get on, I suppose. Didn't know if I really decided. I was a little bit unsure of whether to do the Mainz game or not as the live con, but it kept moving around, so I wasn't entirely sure when it was going to fall. So let's take a look and see what should we do as the next. I kind of want to do a home game. We've got a lot of away games in there, but I don't want to do these ones. That's a little too close. I'm thinking maybe the FSV Frankfurt one. Just to I can't. Oh, actually, bloody hell! It's annoying because. That's really... Those are too close. That, for me, is too far. Just trying to think. No, I need to set it up. So if we do Frankfurt there, then in the episode after I can do one of these. That way it will set us up to do the Mainz home game. I'm just trying to think the best way to space it out, basically, without doing too little in an episode. I try to avoid that. So yeah, we'll do the Frankfurt game. The FSV Frankfurt, that is, not Eintracht. So, if you guys like what you're seeing, please do drop a like on the video. And if you'd like to even more than that, please subscribe to my channel for more Outcast icons. And of course, From the Shadows in your inbox every single day at 5:30 and 8 o'clock. And I will see you guys in the next episode for the game against FSV. We've got a lot of away games coming up there, so I really don't think we're going to be unbeaten by the time that one comes rolling around. But as long as we're still in those top 3 places, I'll be happy. I'll see you guys soon. Bye-bye.